Shabbat Shalom, everybody. 6 days you shall labor, but the seventh day is a holy convocation unto me, says Yahweh. The Sabbath. Boy, am I glad. I've been looking forward to this Shabbat all week. It's amazing. If y'all don't know what Shabbats are, look it up, get on it, and be ready for an awesome celebration every week. In the last video, we read Bere'shiyth, Genesis chapter 35. And what was going on is Yahweh came to Jacob, and told him to go to the place where he had set up an altar where he met him at before in Bethel. And so Yaakov tells all of his family, put away all the strange gods from amongst you, and wash yourselves and be clean. We're going up to the place. We're going up to Yah's territory now, and so they gave him all the gods, the images, the teraphim, as we discussed about in previous video, and all the gold and all the earrings that they had in their hands, and gave it to him. And Yaakov hid him under an oak tree. I'm not sure why it was that, but that's what he did. And so they're heading out this way, and one of Rivka's nurse, she dies along the way, and not long after that they were traveling, and Rachel, she had come into hard labor, and because she was still pregnant this whole time that they were traveling from her father's house, Laban, to Shechem, where Yaakov had purchased a field and a parcel of land to start setting up camp. So during this time she was pregnant, and it says she came into hard labor, and her nurse, or the midwife, had come and told her, hey, don't be scared, you shall have this son also. Now, if you remember, this was those same words, you shall have this son also, or similar words to exactly that, were spoken just a few chapters before. I think chapter 30, verse 24, when she had none other but her firstborn son, Yosef. It says in chapter 30 of Bere'shiyth, chapter 30, verse 24 in the book of Bere'shiyth, Genesis. And let's start at 22. And Elohim remembered Rachel, and Elohim hearkened to her, and opened her mouth, opened her womb, and she conceived and bore a son, and said, Elohim has taken away my reproach. Verse 24. And she called his name Yosef, and said, Yahweh shall add to me another son. So, and her midwife is saying, fear not, you shall have this son also. But let's go back again to when Lavan had chased down Yaakov and all that he had. And when Lavan had overtaken him, Yaakov, and Yaakov's looking for what? His teraphim, his gods, his images, his idols. And Lavan's like, and you've stolen unawares my idols, my gods. And Yaakov's like, I don't know what you're talking about. And he said, but I was afraid, for I said, peradventure you would take by force your daughters from me. But with whomsoever you find your gods, let him not live. So, in a sense, in the book of chapter 31, that's where he says, and whomsoever you find your gods, verse 32, let him not live. He spoke something into existence onto his own wife. Life and death is in the power of the tongue, and we, including myself, need to be careful of what we speak. And yes, it is very difficult, but is it more difficult to put a bridle on a horse and steer a horse? Yeah, it is more difficult, because once that horse is broke, it'll do just about anything you want. Is it harder than it to steer a massive ship with such a small rudder than to be able to control that little tongue? Yeah, it is. But the more we go and read into our scriptures, the basic instructions before leaving earth, the more he will allow our words to be seasoned and salty. Jesus was salty. Mashiach was salty. Some people liked it. Some people couldn't stand it. Be careful what you speak. So she dies in giving birth to her son, her second son. She called the name of his son Ben-Oni, which, if I'm not mistaken, means son of my sorrow. Ben, son, Oni, sorrow. But Yaakov called him Benjamin, son of my right hand, is what it's translated to, what it means. And so she was buried in Ephrathah, and Yah made a grave and put a pillar over it, and they kept on journeying over to Beit El, where Yahweh was going to come speak to him. And then, sometime after that, Reuven, the oldest, decides to get cozy with Bilhah. Bilhah was one of Yaakov's concubines. So that's a no-no, because first of all, you're laying in your father's couch or bed. Second of all, you're also uncovering, as we get down, it'll be a bit more explained into the next couple of books. Second of all, you're exposing the nakedness of your father because your father got cozy with that concubine. Um, that's not right. So there was some things going on, and Yaakov wasn't very happy about that. So that had happened, and they were going back, and they had gone back to the land where Yahweh had told Abraham and Yitzhak into Hebron, where Yahweh had both cut the covenant with Abraham and Yitzhak, sharing the covenant also with Yaakov now, that his seed will be multiplied and nations and kings will come out of his loins. So this was a chapter. So without further ado, I forgot to mention Yitzhak, Yaakov's father, dies as well, being 104. So I'm fourscore. I'll have to figure out. I'm still ignorant or unknowledgeable about many things, and this is exactly the purpose of what I'm doing: reading the scripture to understand and to bring it in here. Not in here, but in here. If it's just in here, what good is it? It doesn't get applied. So I'll have to figure out fourscore, because there's threescore, fourscore, all throughout here. Fourscore might be 40. But he was full of days and gave up his breath, his ruach. So, without further ado, let's jump into chapter 36 of the book of Bere'shiyth, Genesis. Now these are the generations of Esau, who is Edom. And Esau took his women, the daughters of Canaan, Adah, the daughter of Elam, the Hittite, and Oholibamah, the daughter of Anah, the daughter of Sivan, the Hivi, and Basmath, Yishmael's daughter, sister of Nebaioth. And Adah bore unto Esau Eliphaz, and Basmath bore Reuel, and Oholibamah bore Yeish, and Yetlam, and Korach. These are the sons of Esau, which were born unto him in the land of Canaan. And Esau took his women, and his sons, and his daughters, and all the persons of his house, and his cattle, and all the beasts, and all the substance, which he had got in the land of Canaan, and went into the country from the face of his brother Yaakov. For their riches were more than they that might dwell together. And the land wherein they were strangers could not bear them because of their cattle. Thus Esau dwelt in Mount Seir. Esau is Edom. And these are the generations of Esau, the father of the Edonim. in Mount Seir. These are the names of Esau's sons: Eliphaz, the son of Adah, the woman of Esau; Reuel, the son of Basmath, the woman of Esau. And the sons of Eliphaz were Taman, Omar, Sapho, and Gatam, and Kenaz. And Timnah was concubine to Eliphaz, Esau's son, and she bore to Eliphaz Amalek. These were the sons of Adah, Esau's woman, and these are the sons of Reuel, Nahath, and Zerach, and Shema, and Mizah. These were the sons of Basmath, Esau's woman, and these were the sons of Oholibamah, the daughter of Anah, the daughter of Sivan, Esau's woman. And she bore to Esau Yaish, and Yalam, and Korach. These were dukes of the sons of Esau, the sons of Eliphaz, the firstborn son of Esau, Duke Taman, Duke Omar, Duke Sapho, Duke Kenaz, Duke Korach, Duke Gatam, and Duke Amalek. These are the dukes that came of Eliphaz in the land of Edom. These were the sons of Adah. These are the sons of Reuel, Esau's son: Duke Nahath, Duke Zerach, Duke Shema, Duke Mizah. These are the dukes that came of Reuel in the land of Edom. These are the sons of Basmath, Esau's woman. And these are the sons of Oholibamah, Esau's woman: Duke Yaish, Duke Yalam, Duke Korach. These were the dukes that came of Oholibamah, the daughter of Anah, Esau's woman. And these are the sons of Esau, who is Edom, and these are their dukes. These are the sons of Seir the Hori, who inhabited the land: Lotan, and Shoval, and Sevon, and Anah, and Dashon, and Itzer, and Dashan. These are the dukes of the Horim, the children of Seir in the land of Edom. And the children of Lotan were Hori and Hanmam, and Lotan's sister was Timnah. And the children of Shoval were these: Alvan and Manachat, and Aval, Shepho, and Onam. These are the children of Savon, both Aya and Anna. This was that Anna that found the mules in the wilderness as he fed the asses of Sivan on his father. And the children of Anah were these: Dashon and Oholibamah, the daughter of Anah. And these are the children of Dishon: Hamdan, and Eshban, and Yithran, and Haran. And these are the children of Etzer, are these: Bilhan, and Zaavan, and Akan. The children of Dishan are these: Uts and Aran. These are the dukes that came from the Horim: Duke Lotan, Duke Shoval, Duke Sivan, Duke Anah, Duke Dishon, Duke Eser, Duke Dashan. These are the dukes that came of Hori among their dukes in the land of Seir. And these are the kings that reigned in the land of Edom, before they reigned any king over the children of Yasharel. And Bela, the son of Beor, reigned in Edom. And the name of his city was Dinhabah. And Bela died, and Yovav, the son of Zerach of Botzrah, reigned in his stead. And Yovav died, and Husham in the land of Timani reigned in his stead. And Husham died, and Hadad, the son of Bedad, who smote Midian in the field of Moab, reigned in his stead. And the name of his city was Avith. And Hadad died, and Salma and Masrekah reigned in his stead. And Samlah died, and Shaul of Rehoboth by the river reigned in his stead. And Shaul died, and Baal Hanan the son of Achbor reigned in his stead. And Baal Hanan the son of Achbor died, and Hadar reigned in his stead. And the name of his city was Pau, and his woman's name was Mehetabel, and the daughter of Matrad, the daughter of Me-Zahav. These are the names of the dukes that came of Esau, according to their families, after their places, by their names: Duke Timnah, Duke Alva, Duke Yeath, Duke Aholibama, Duke Elah, Duke Pinon, Duke Kenaz, Duke Taman, Duke Mivzar, Duke Magdiel, Duke Eram. These be the dukes of Edom according to their habitations in the land of their possession. He is Esau, the father of the Edonim. That was a mouthful. This was the conclusion reading of Bere'shiyth, Genesis chapter 36. Blessings, y'all. Shabbat Shalom. See y'all on the next one.